أهلا بكم في لقاء عمل في إكسبو. ميدان إكسبو يعج الآن بالثمين والمذهل من الابتكارات في مجالات الصناعة والتكنولوجيا، فضاء رحب لتلاقي الإبداعات ولتزاحم الأفكار الإبداعية. سنكون ضيوفا في حلقة اليوم من برنامج لقاء عمل على الألمان ملوك الصناعة في أوروبا. ألمانيا تشارك في معرض إكسبو 2020 دبي بجناحين منفصلين للمرة الأولى في تاريخ إكسبو العالمي. نحن في كامبوس ألمانيا، هكذا سمي الجناح، ويرمز للمعرفة، للبحث والتفاعل البشري، يأسر الكبار والصغار بما يضمه من الابتكارات والإبداع والحلول الألمانية في مجال الاستدامة. أما الرسالة التي سينقلها كامبوس ألمانيا في العالم دبي فتتلخص في كون ألمانيا هي المكان الذي ولدت فيه ثورة الطاقة المعروفة باسم إنرجيفندي، المكان الذي يلتزم فيه العلم والصناعة والمجتمع المدني بالسعي الدؤوب نحو مستقبل مستدام. في حلقتنا اليوم ضيفنا الأول سيكون سيباستيان روزيتو مدير الجناح وكذلك نائب المفوض العام للجناح الألماني في إكسبو دبي. هو ينتظرني في قاعة المحاضرات وأظنه سيكون جاهزا الآن.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nufa.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Am I late for the classroom?
No, you're not.
I'm not late, okay. Sorry, I needed my morning coffee before I come. It's ready. I remember we met here, I think 2 months ago.
Yes.
And you were coming running from the airport, and everything was like in the middle of finishing. Now it's open.
It's open
for all the visitors. How do you feel about it?
It's very exciting. It was a challenge in the last weeks, as you can imagine, all the preparations, some touch-ups, all the details, getting ready for the 1st of October, but we did it.
Yes.
And we had already a lot of visitors coming from almost every part of the world already.
And a lot of events as well.
A lot of events as well.
During this week you have the 31st anniversary of unifying Germany.
Exactly.
So you have events as well here.
We celebrated. And it was a huge event because we also had a guest from Germany, our federal minister. And it was a really nice day. And so far everyone is talking positive about us. It's very exciting to be here. Long queuing lines.
Oh, that's great. You choose your pavilion to be a campus. I want to go there and really look at it as a whole. Let's go there. I think it's beautiful. It's huge. You feel it's a university.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and it's really like a university, like a campus. Why?
We thought with the campus theme, we are focusing the topic of Expo, connecting minds, creating the future in the best way, because in a campus, a lot of people from different places come together, made the research together, develop things, and this is exactly what we need at the moment, because we are challenging a lot of issues, and we are only able to solve them together, and this is why we focus the Campus Germany on the theme of the Campus Germany. And
it's really not only for education. We really made a parallel with the university. We entered the registration, there are the graduation. So you made it really a great experience of education in a classroom.
Yes, it's important for us to make this real experience so that the people really can see our translation from the building to the entertainment of the show. So you start with the immatriculation, you go to the curriculum vitae, you go to the graduation hall, and you have also the campus kitchen, our mensa, and you are able afterwards even to see the culture program. So it's everything in one building and everything is connected, and this is the theme of the Campus Germany.
I'm going to in a tour inside, definitely. Would you have school student or children from schools coming and visiting?
Yes, we are, and we are really looking forward to have here as many children as possible, because this is our future. And here they can learn something about Germany, about the innovations, the technology we have to offer, which could change the world in the future. And this is very important for us.
So you will have school bus coming and students coming. Did you contact them, or you've been contacted months ago to come and visit your pavilion?
we have been contacted from them, and we are really happy about this. And I'm sure that Expo is bringing a lot of schools from the UAE, and they're all welcome to come, because I think this is very important, especially for them. Our children are the future of our society, and it's important that they see what's possible today, and maybe they are going to use this technology or these innovations in the future to solve our big issues.
You listen to the music? This is Expo music, not Germany music,
this
right?
This is Expo music at the moment.
It's very vibrant, it's very nice, and I think it's a good wake up in Expo on this music. What can the visitor see inside in events now during the 6 months?
We have a wide range of events taking place at the German Pavilion called the Culture Lab. We have music sessions, we have dance sessions, we have sports sessions, we have also game sessions. And we have everyday programs, so as a visitor you can come just only for the culture program and witness something different every day.
Since it's really school, there are auditorium and there are all the labs inside. Do we get a diploma?
Yes, sure. Afterwards, after witnessing the graduation hall, the most exciting part and the most emotional part of the German Pavilion, you made the German diploma and you have witnessed a lot of technology innovations and you are an expert.
Oh, how nice. I will do this experience later. How was now getting this pavilion ready? It was very challenging for everybody, Sebastian, right?
Yes, it was very challenging. Doing a pavilion for an expo is already a challenge, but doing it with Corona pandemic, it's even more challenging. It was very, very tough for us. We had to manage a lot of things, to change a lot of things, to make new contracts. So it was a wide range of extra miles we had to go, but at the end of the day, you can see it, here. We did it, and we are very happy that Expo opened.
It's very challenging. I want to know this experience. What made you and help to overcome those challenges?
Well, first of all, our team got closer. Yeah, we had to work even tighter together. At the beginning was challenging doing this just video conference and everyone had to stay at home, but we found our way. And I think it was very important for us as a team to get even stronger and to make our jobs even better, precise. And this helped us at the end of the day to be more flexible and to really act if something has happened which was not calculated. This is going to help us also in the next days. So we are prepared for everything that's going to happen here, yeah?
You know, you made your pavilion about education and learning, and I think you learned during the process of making this pavilion.
Yes, we are learning every day with this pavilion. Every day is a new challenge. Every day we have different visitors, different delegations, so we are learning every day. We learned a lot. And we are really happy, and I'm really looking forward for the next 180 days, which are in front of us, and it's going to be fantastic. You
think you can go into another experience of Expo?
I think you should ask me this question after Expo ends on the 31st of March, and I can surely answer this question.
Okay, I will get back for this question. I need to know, really, because it was very enriching but challenging. Would you do it again? But this is an amazing experience. Yeah. Sebastian, thank you for inviting us here and welcoming us in front of this campus. And definitely I have to go to the auditorium. I want to see the whole experience.
Definitely.
I know you are very busy. And we are inviting in this episode also Mr. Oliver Oehms, who is the CEO of Germany and Emirati Joint Council in Commerce and Industry. Yeah. I think he's here. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? How's everything?
Good.
Thank you. You made it.
I made it in time, yes.
In time, yes, I was talking about you. Oliver, thank you for coming. I think with you, we'll go to the restaurant. I will tell you why, Sebastian. Wherever I look, I see restaurant, kitchen, campus kitchen, restaurant. So I'm really looking forward also to try the restaurant before trying the tour and the labs and everything. There's a good food there?
Oh, we have amazing food. We have a wide range of German food and also German beverages. So please enjoy the restaurant and take a look to the menu and order whatever you want.
Oh, definitely.
Looking forward.
Oliver, we have a lot to talk about. The German UAE bilateral trade, the relationship between them, and the future, of course, of this relationship that is 50 years old now in diplomatic ties and relationship between them. There's a lot to talk about.
Indeed.
Let's go to the auditorium, but because it's getting hot now.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
go.
Let's go.
Oliver, hi, thank you for being with us in this episode in the campus, actually. Did you have your graduation?
I had a test run a couple of weeks ago,
Okay.
which was very pleasant, not at least as there was a very small group of visitors from Berlin that I had the pleasure to join.
Excellent.
No one else, no background noise like today, therefore...
Well, it's not a noise, it's vibrant because there are a lot of visitors actually today. I'm looking forward for my graduation later on with the Commissioner General of German Pavilion. So I'm expecting to make a tour, special tour with the Commissioner General. Let me start with you. How do you define the relationship between Germany and UAE?
Well, I can primarily talk about the economic business
Yes.
relations, as I'm in charge for the Bilateral Economic Council, German Emirati Joint Council for Industry and Commerce. But it's fair to say, and as we are celebrating 50 years of the establishment of this country, the bilateral business relations are even older than that, as German companies have been supplying the region for many, many more decades actually. But even, let's say, the development of the young country UAE has been strongly supported by German companies. For instance, the family of our HK president has been the first one importing MAN and Mercedes trucks to this country. Obviously nowadays the portfolio of German companies is much more broad.
What are the sectors that are mainly settled in UAE coming from Germany?
Well, historically or traditionally, the German portfolio in machinery, engineering and vehicles has been very strong. This is, goes without saying. German brands are very popular across the region, but this is also true for industrial equipment, investment goods. Nowadays we see that the portfolio is much broader. We have quite a lot of service providers across various industries operating here in the UAE. Large companies like SAP or SAP, Software AG, and many, many small and medium-sized companies. So I would say the portfolio of German industry, it's quite complete here in the UAE.
I know Made in Germany is a brand in the whole world. Do they come here and they have competition, or they really well absorbed and accepted in UAE market?
In every sector there's competition, may it be from Japan or from the European Union itself. Competition is great. We like to be challenged. At the same time, we also know that our local clients and partners appreciate German quality, but also, by the way, German designers. I look at this beautiful furniture, which,
Yes.
without having checked the labels, I expect this to be made in Germany.
What made you know it's German? The simplicity, where the color, what is it?
Well, I think I know the brand,
Okay,
first of
of
all,
course.
but secondly, let's say this combination of the oak wood and the colors, this is something which you might see in a lot of German furniture manufacturers.
So what are the future sector that you try to bring investment here, or vice versa also, to take them to Germany?
Well, we are very excited about the intention of the UAE to develop local value addition, which means attracting industries or developing manufacturing industries in the UAE. This is something that we love to hear and that we like to support, as in many of these emerging industries, German know-how, equipment, machinery might be needed. So that's a fantastic narrative, a fantastic vision that we love to support. So we see and we fully share this vision of the UAE to be more than a trade and service hub, but indeed to become a manufacturing base for the region at large.
But I feel, you said earlier, 50 years of UAE. I can add 50 years of diplomatic tie between UAE and Germany. And UAE has 50 years plan for the future. This relationship is not only about manufacturing and industry. It's also about sustainability. It's also about climate change. Is this also good for business from your point of view?
Absolutely. We have the pleasure of having one of our federal ministers in town yesterday and today, and in a speech that he gave yesterday on the occasion of the Day of German Unity, he, in my eyes, very rightfully underlined that there's a strategic alliance emerging between Germany and the UAE when it comes to producing sustainable energy, and we are especially excited about partnering up with our Emirati partners on the development of especially green hydrogen capacities in the UAE. So there's a great potential. We have significant demand in Germany from various industries, and we think that the potential manufacturing capacities in the UAE would create a perfect match for our needs.
So the innovation or the future is hydrogen green, and this will be implemented in UAE through Germany?
Well, yes, we have the technology at hand. There is also a certain investment appetite in Germany. At the end of the day, infrastructure still would need to be developed on both sides of the ocean, so to say, in Germany as much as in the UAE. So it can only be seen or developed as a joint undertaking.
The bilateral trade between the two countries, after we talked about all this, is around $7 billion. Do you think this is enough? Do you think this could be enhanced?
Well, it has been much higher in the past, admittedly, due to the strong demand of German aircraft. Very simply, that's obviously something which has been developing less dynamically in the recent past. On the other side, it's already a very impressive trade volume. I like to say that the GCC region, let's see them as an economic entity, is always, it has been between the fifth, sixth or seventh largest trade partner of Germany outside of the European Union. So I think this is already quite impressive, considering the size of the respective populations. And it's especially impressive if you compare it with some East Asian, for instance, markets where you might assume that they are more important for German industry, but especially for German exporters. The Gulf region, as I mentioned, is one of the most important ones worldwide. Is there more potential? Yes, there's potential for growth, fully agree. On the other side, we are very confident that with the current setup of German industry here in the UAE, we are already pretty well positioned. You
are in contact with the business community and direct contact, and it's been tough for everyone in the world because of the pandemic. How did it work for you and the business community coming from Germany and UAE?
After all, I have to say that the German industry here in the region has not been hit that hard by the crisis compared to some of our peers from other European countries. One important reason is, for instance, that our exposure to the hospitality sector or aviation industry is relatively small. Or put it in a more positive way, the portfolio of German industry is quite diversified. That's good news. And by the way, this is also something that we hear from our many Emirati partners, because we are not a German organization, but a bilateral organization. Also the feedback that I get from our Emirati members, board members and partners is relatively positive, considering the global impact of this pandemic.
You lived in Indonesia, you lived in Saudi Arabia, and you have been settled in UAE for the last 3 years. How do you find it so far, and taking in consideration there are the pandemic for the last 18 months, and from your point of view, why you or any business would come and settle and open a regional headquarter in Dubai or UAE?
Well, it's difficult to compare these three countries.
Not necessarily.
I fell in love with every country I've been living in, but having been here now for a bit more than 2 years, I have to say the ecosystem that we are able to utilize, also to contribute to, this is really unparalleled. Worldwide even, I would say. So the talent pool that we have here, also the ability to attract international talent from all over the world, this is something which is very unique in the UAE, something that you would not see in other countries of the region, and also in Asia it would partly be difficult to attract very skilled people from the US, from South America, from all the European member countries. So this is something very unique about the UAE, and I always tell potential clients or potential investors from Germany, you need to come here to experience it. Don't just utilize UAE for a nice stopover when flying to Asia, but you really have to have a deeper look into what's happening here in the UAE.
This is I think, a hub for almost every sector, but also there are Expo. Well, Germany, for the first time in its history, is participating not with one, with 2 pavilions. So the campus pavilion and the, help me with the name?
Baden-Württemberg House.
Okay, I will have to say it again.
Baden-Württemberg House.
Baden-Württemberg House. So why 2?
Well, to be fair, the presence of Germany is even stronger because we have SAP and Siemens being premium partners of Expo, and the company Talabat, which is also owned by a German holding company.
Talabat is Germany?
Yes, it is.
German.
It's
Okay,
the official delivery partner of Expo. So the German, let's say, file here in Expo, it's, with all due respect to the others, it's quite impressive. Coming to Baden-Württemberg, the presence of this state in the southwest of Germany across the GCC always has been very strong. Yes, Baden-Württemberg, it's an export nation, if I may say so, one of the 16 federal states, but due to its strong history in machinery, in the automotive industry, and the presence of the brands, and let me just name, for instance, Porsche, Mercedes, Bosch, SAP once again. These are all household names here in the GCC, and therefore it did not come as a big surprise that Baden-Württemberg has been lobbying, if I may say so, from early on to have a certain presence here on the Expo. And the fact that they have their own house now, or pavilion, this
yes.
just underlines that the brand Baden-Württemberg is very well acknowledged by our partners.
Can we say is the opportunity is doubled now? People from UAE and here, investor, and from Germany will come to 2 pavilions to seek for opportunities.
Absolutely. The 2 pavilions are quite complementary, I have to say. The Baden-Württemberg House is very much driven by the companies of Baden-Württemberg. You will have especially medium-sized companies from Baden-Württemberg utilizing the pavilion as a platform for engaging with local partners or potential partners. And this is also true for us, as AHK. We see the Baden-Württemberg pavilion as the house of German industry, not only of Baden-Württemberg-based companies. Therefore, we are very excited about this additional platform, which is provided to us thanks to this fantastic engagement of the federal state of Baden-Württemberg.
What do you expect? You expect you can make contract deals in here with this pavilion, or of course others? You have the whole world in here. Would you go and see opportunities in other pavilions with other countries in Expo?
Both. First of all, we see that Expo is a magnet, which hopefully will attract a significant number of newcomers to the market, or companies which are looking into the market again.
Okay.
To explore what's happening here in the UAE, but also across the region. So it's a fantastic opportunity for us to convince people to come to the UAE, very straightforward. On the other side, we are also looking into opportunities provided by other participating countries. For instance, the state of the Republic of Pakistan has a beautiful pavilion.
Yes.
We know that a lot of our member companies are excited about business opportunities in Pakistan, and we hope that throughout the next months we will have some opportunities to engage with Pakistani
You know,
companies.
Oehms Pakistan is participating for the first time ever in Expo, and they chose Dubai, and they have the theme is hidden treasure. I think you will find some hidden treasure in deals and in markets and in business. Tell me, when you have a lot of activities as German UAE Council, and it's not only about Expo, right? It's Expo and other things during November and next year. What do you have planned?
Well, we are very much an event and activity-driven business council. In normal years, you would have between 120, 140 events every year. The nature, the shape, maybe also the size of the events throughout the next couple of months will be different indeed, as we are very much reacting to the demand which we see increasing from Germany. So we have a number of delegations piling up already throughout October, November and December, but definitely the peak of the German season, if I may say so, this will be in January and February.
Excellent.
And we try to match, let's say, the interests and needs of our local business community with the ones flying into the UAE. So that's an exciting opportunity for us. It means a lot of work. So to a certain extent, we are looking forward to return to normal life after March. But now being at the very start of Expo, it just feels great.
It's very exciting, a lot of work, but this is good actually for business. Yes, Oliver, we are here so to talk business, but also to eat. When I asked you what you want to eat in this beautiful campus kitchen, you told me the German thing is Bratkartoffel. Is that correct? What is it made of?
Well, it's simply fried potatoes.
Oh, I love that.
The Germans are known to be the potato heads. So potatoes are close to our tongues and our hearts. Every region has its own way of preparing it. But having a fried potato, that's something that I'm missing here in the region. I'm very curious to see how they are preparing it, because it's an art by itself. You can imagine that no one makes it the way your mom does it, or your grandparents, or my grandmother in my case. Therefore, I'm looking forward to what the chef has to offer.
Oh, we will. I'm sure he has done a very delicious dish. And in my case, my dad used to cook for us Bratkartoffel even when we went out from Germany. It remained, like you said, it's very simple, very easy to cook, but very delicious as well. So we will have the Bratkartoffel, Oliver, and they promised a dessert. No idea what it's named, but we will try it together, right? I think it's almost ready. It is ready. Hi. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. Should we dig in? We will try it.
We will, yes.
Very delicious. Like you said, the most important thing here is the potato, how to choose it, right?
Yes. It looks good.
It looks very good. And it tastes good. So this is a dessert. Tell me the name of it.
Apfelstrudel.
Apfelstrudel. So there's apple in it, correct?
It is, yeah. There's apple in it. There's also some raisins in it. And sometimes they warm it up with a bowl of ice cream. But this one is...
when do we eat that dessert?
It's typically eaten during the winter, especially the warm version of it.
Okay.
This is why you have the oranges here. It's a winter dish, and looking outside, it feels a little bit like autumn.
You have a piece of Germany here, Oliver.
Yes.
That is so nice.
That's excellent.
It's excellent. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you for coming here to Expo, to the campus of Germany, and for this interview. I have an appointment in the auditorium. I know it's down there with Dietmar Schmitz, the Commissioner General of the campus, and with him I will do the tour. Hopefully I will pass the exam and I will have my graduation.
All the best.
Thank you.
And greetings to Dietmar.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You can stay.
Thank
you can stay and have your dessert. Thank you very
much.
much. Thank you. Dietmar, how are you?
Hi, good
How's everything?
morning. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you for waiting for us. This is how it starts, the auditorium.
Correct, correct.
So tell me how the German pavilion is crossing the theme of Expo 2020 Dubai, connecting mind, creating future.
Well, this motto of the Expo inspires us to think about what we can deliver to this Expo. We have had a lot of possibilities, exactly 3. This was to exhibit in the part of the sustainability,
yes,
mobility or opportunity. And Germany is a country which has a good experience in the sustainability.
Of course.
And so this pavilion is located in this area and is filled with a lot of exhibits referring to sustainability.
It's very close to the entrance of sustainability,
yes,
and I will discover with you how sustainability is the main core of this campus Germany.
Yeah.
You have something for me, I see, yes, my name.
It's a small tool.
Okay.
It's a name tag with your name, but it's not only consists not only of plastic.
Yeah.
There is a little chip inside.
Okay.
And this chip will recognize your preferred language and your name.
Okay.
So it's necessary to use it to activate the exhibits when we're there.
Yes.
And then they work. Without this small tool, nothing happens.
We cannot make the tour. Where should we start?
I think we start in the beginning. This is our so-called ball pit.
Ball, yes.
You will see this is an area where you can learn a lot about Germany.
Is this the room with 100,000 balls?
Not yet, not yet.
This one.
We will enter it.
We will enter.
Yes.
Okay, so it's from here.
This is a surprise door.
Okay.
When we open it.
Oh, okay. This is the 100,000 balls?
And 100,000 ideas.
Okay, I understand now. So how does it work?
We simply take a ball. May
Yes.
I get it for you?
Can I go inside? I want to try it, actually. How deep is this?
40 centimeters.
40 centimeters, okay. I can do it. Yes, 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 yes.
You will not get lost.
No, 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 I'm not going to get lost. Oh, this is nice. Okay. I'm imagining,
Yeah.
the kids in here.
Yes.
Oh, that's
you
nice.
can take the balls and
Yes.
put it into this hole and stand here with your tag.
This is mine.
Yeah, what's your name?
Naufar.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
fine. Has recognized you.
Okay. So it's one, the information that gave me, it's like there's one town in Germany. For 10 years, it has been self-sufficient in energy.
Correct.
And that is an information I didn't know before.
Yeah. So that's
I
why
love
you are
it.
here.
That's why I'm here. And there are
And then it
hundreds,
goes.
and it went back. So there are 100,000 information and ideas.
Correct.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
You can
imagining
take
the
another
kids.
one, go to another station. You can even inside here, there's one. Yeah. Over there.
And I'm imagining the kids, how they will play in this one.
Throw it.
They will dive in here. I love it.
Take another one and put it in there.
Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now you can choose the language.
English.
Yeah, that's okay.
1/3 of the land in Germany is forested. Our woods and forests produces up to 30 million tons of oxygen. Oh, this one is talking about the forests in Germany.
Correct. If you
More trees, less CO2.
correct.
This is
So if you harvest trees, you also have to plant new ones to keep the same level of CO2.
and the balance. Okay.
Yeah, the balance.
A lot of information.
Yeah.
We need to see more.
Okay.
This is just the beginning.
Just the beginning and just a
Yes.
little part. You can go like this, it's better.
We'll go discover another thing. Well, I take from here, from the 100,000 idea, I have 2 today.
That's true.
It's new. Where are we going now?
Now we are going upstairs to our laboratories,
Yes.
and in these laboratories you can learn much more about renewable energies and about future cities and about biodiversity.
How nice. It's a very long lift, actually.
Yes,
We are
yes.
going, what do you call it? The Energy Lab.
Yes,
actually.
Energy
Yes.
Lab.
Excellent.
There we will see information about energy producing, energy transport, and energy storage. These are the 3 parts.
You thought about
So
everything.
we are in floor number 4.
Okay.
So
It's
it has
it's
5 floors.
5 floors.
5 floors,
Okay.
yes.
How is the size of the pavilion?
Well, the
Like how much?
plot is 4,600 square meters.
Wow.
And
The height?
the height is 22 meters.
Oh, wow. It's in the top 10, I think, highest pavilion.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, it's a university, it's a campus, it should be high.
Correct. Yeah, it's a vertical campus. So we are here on the so-called Bellevue Terrace. You can see Bellevue, very good
It's a beautiful
sight
view.
outside, and we can see different other pavilions, and
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful.
And the Wassel Plaza.
Yes,
of course.
Wassel Plaza. And this is ETFE foil. It's much more efficient and easier than glass. You
Okay.
know? And this was
So
the reason why we
it's
took
for
it.
the energy.
Yes, it protects against weather, protects against sun, and we can put it off if the weather, the climate is okay.
Ah,
so,
okay.
for example, end of October, November.
You can take it out.
Yes.
We can see the
Yeah.
view. You have everything in here. It's a
Yes.
beautiful view.
Yes.
Show me.
We can start with US Pavilion. You see this rocket, Space
Yeah.
X.
Oh, that's the US.
yeah,
Yes.
it's a landmark.
Yeah.
And
And the Wassel on here on the left.
Wassel on here. You have the Pavilion of Saudi Arabia, of Morocco, and Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
So you can get the first
And you are next to the
impression.
UAE as well, across the road.
Correct, yes.
Yes.
Very near to the
The
pavilion.
UAE and Al Wassel.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
go. Energy
So,
Lab.
We go into the Energy Lab. So now we are in the Energy Lab.
Yes.
Let us turn left, and then I can show you first some statistics. The renewable sources in the world means that 26% are generated by renewable,
Yeah.
and 74% by non-renewables. For example, Norway has a very high percentage of renewable energy. Germany not so much, but
We are going there.
yeah, it shows that it's necessary for different countries to do more.
That's excellent. So we
that's a
can,
fact.
the visitor can see most of the countries here.
Yes.
What are they using renewable and non-renewable?
Correct.
What is this?
Oh, you can produce renewable energy by using waves in the ocean. It's,
The waves in the ocean.
Waves, yes. You can see this is looking like a wave. Just pull, and you will see that electricity is produced every time when waves are coming.
And people can use the waves to produce energy from the oceans and okay.
Yeah.
Is this used already, or this is just an idea?
No, this is used already.
Okay.
Of course, the real production area is much more bigger.
Of course.
This is just an example. To understand how it works.
So when the kids go to the beach next time, they know that they can produce from the waves energy and electricity. Amazing. Oh, that's very good. It's very rich.
So we should have another example. We all know the solar foils, which take from the sun and put it into electricity.
Yes.
So normally they are very thick and not flexible. But this one is a new generation. You can take it. You can, you can use it on corners. You can use it on bolts, and it's much more thinner, much more efficient than the traditional solar plates. So it generates, of course, electricity.
And we have to go. You have vote in here.
Yes, yes. You have learned something about the renewable, and now you have to decide, should we only use renewable energies in the future? You say yes or no, and you say yes, you have to go through this door.
Here. Oh, this is another lab.
Energy Terrace.
Energy Terrace.
And we have also exhibits here, partly also for producing energy, and other exhibits for storing energy.
The process to have energy, actually.
Yes.
Are amazed in this one terrace, like you said.
Yes.
Okay. And how about this one?
This is called Berti. We tried to explain it, yes. It's a combination between lime and water. If you put lime and water together, it produces heat. The chemical reaction between burnt lime and water produces slacked lime and heat.
The lime, the normal lime that we eat. Okay.
Yes, yes. And you can see release energy, and the water runs down here.
Yes.
And you can store it with limestone.
Yes.
And you do it the other way around. Store energy, and you have
release
it here.
Energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Interesting.
And of course you get explanation.
Yes.
With your name tag.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where should we go next?
Now we go to Stensi.
What does it mean, Stensi?
Store energy in the sea.
Okay. Oh, we can store the energy in the sea.
Yeah, correct.
And
this symbolizes the deep, how deep it is. It's minus 700 meters. And you have a lot of pressure there.
Yeah.
And these boats in reality are 30 meters.
Okay.
And
space between them. So we are imagining that this is under the water.
Correct.
In the beach or in the sea or in the ocean.
In the sea.
So what the push? I will push.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I will try.
It's hard. Hey. More. Yeah.
So,
nearly done.
Oh.
But it's full. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I stored the energy, and there's the battery is green.
Yes.
Well, it's not easy.
No, it's not easy.
It was not easy. Okay.
So it means the sphere is charged now.
So,
If you wait a little bit, we can do it also by pressure.
Yeah.
It goes down, and then you have turbines in.
Yes.
And they produce electricity.
Excellent. Yeah. So I storage energy, and I charge the battery.
Correct.
Very good.
Yeah.
Where should we go next?
Now we go into the Future City Lab.
So this is the Future City Lab.
Yes.
I love the question. In 2100, 85% of the population will live in cities. But what kind of cities?
Well, these are mega cities.
Yeah.
We have some examples which show how many people will live in a few years in these mega cities, and very impressive is, of course, Lagos.
Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria with about 75 million people, and so we have
in one city.
In one
that
city.
Is the capital, Lagos.
Yes, yes.
Interesting.
And so we have to think about how can we manage it.
True.
And of course we try to find some solutions, which we show, in this
And here,
pavilion.
this is the lab to show solution how we will live like 90 years ago from now.
Okay.
Interesting. Where should we start?
We should start with this exhibit. This is a so-called multi. Multi means elevator with a new technology. We know all these elevators which are going by ropes.
Yes.
Yeah? So if you take Burj Khalifa
Yes.
and you want to go up,
Yes.
you have in the middle to change the elevator.
Correct.
And then go up.
Go up.
So and this is an elevator which goes on a magnetic basis, magnetic technology, and you don't have any limit in height.
Oh, wow.
And the other possibility, elevators can go horizon. That means it makes it possible to live in skyscrapers much more comfortable.
I see things that are going horizontal,
Yes.
not vertical. Are they also lifts from some kind?
Yes, they are the same lifts. They go up to here, change over there, and go up there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you enter it here, you don't have to change it. You can stay in the same lift. You put on the right tower or the left tower, and then it goes.
And do you think people will build those kind of buildings in the future and live in them?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the future.
This is a technology which was founded in Germany
Yeah.
and by the company of ThyssenKrupp.
Yeah.
And they have sort of tower where
Yes.
they can test it in certain parts of Germany, and so they are working on
So
the
the magnet
technology.
is innovation. The
Yes.
magnet for
Yes,
the
yes,
lift.
yes.
Interesting. I can see vertical now, but I can see vegetables. Vegetables?
Yeah. This is a so-called in-farming
Okay.
exhibit. That means on very low space,
Okay.
you can produce plants very effective. And you don't have to go outside the cities, you can do it within the city.
So in my home, I can have a farm
Correct,
from some kind,
correct.
or in the supermarket of the city, for example.
Correct.
But
That's it.
it's really a fresh vegetable.
It's fresh vegetables, yes.
That is a new thing, or it's already in the market?
Partly in the market, is it already?
Interesting.
Yes, yes. You find in
Interesting.
Germany some restaurants who do it
They have
and
this.
show this is another way to generate food.
So we will go another lab, and then to the graduation.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the graduation. There's another question actually here.
This is the
Here.
This is the Biodiversity Lab.
Do we want to design our cities to be more sustainable? Yes.
then
So
we
from
should go.
here. So this is the future city terrace. Oh, I can see a drone. Is it a drone?
No, it's a sort of air taxi called Lilium.
Oh, okay. It's a
And-
taxi?
Yes, sort of taxi.
Okay.
You can, it can carry about 7 people, and it's especially good for a small, not so far distance, either in cities or from one city to the other. And it's running by electrical motors,
Okay.
and that means also
Sustainable.
sustainable. Yes.
So how fast is it?
It
It goes
might
fast.
be, yeah,
Give me from one
about
city to
200
another.
kilometers per hour.
This is the future.
No, it already exists. There are prototypes,
Okay.
and they are working on to get the allowance by laws that everything is done. And
Okay.
then, of course, they will try to do it. But it flies already in Germany.
I love the. It does.
Yes, in Munich.
Munich.
Yeah, but not in regular traffic,
Yes.
but as still a science.
Project and
Science
prototype. Yeah. Can you imagine how it will change the city and the traffic dramatically?
Yes, of course, because the roads get crowded and more
Yes.
crowded, and so if you go in the air, you have another possibility to go from one point to the other and clean, to go clean.
Exactly.
That's important.
That's the secret of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this idea. Hopefully, I will I will try it one day.
Yeah.
And now we'll go to
The Biodiversity Lab.
Biodiversity Lab. Okay, I think it's down from
Yes,
here. Let's
downstairs.
go. Downstairs. Wow. How come? This is very high tech,
Yes.
and yet it's very relaxing.
Yes.
Who is it?
That's quite what we want to feel the people, the visitors, when they come from a noisy area to a calm area to get a little bit down. That's perfect.
I think it's time to go to the graduation. I'm
Yes.
really excited about it.
Yes, you should.
And then I had the whole experience of going to the German campus.
Yes. Yes.
Graduation room.
Yeah.
This is nice. So here we will get our diploma.
Correct.
It's like a ceremony at the end, right?
It's a ceremony.
I'm looking
yes.
forward to it. I
Yes.
think here we have to be quiet,
Correct.
take our seats,
Correct.
and
just-
enjoy.
And enjoy.
Let's
yes.
enjoy.
And still, sometimes we feel powerless. And you're right. It's hard to change the world alone.
This is magical. It's really beautiful and very fulfilling and emotional. It's like I graduated today, really,
Yes.
and I took a diploma. So did I succeed?
Yes, you succeed. It's emotional, and this is just what we want to
beautiful.
bring to the visitor.
It's well done. This is, I think, the experience you want the visitor to try, to show.
Correct. They have done a lot of work in our labs, and in the end, they should also have a little bit fun and a little bit feeling, deep feeling, that they are one part of our world which can contribute to our future, to our green future.
Amazing. Thank you very much for this journey and this tour inside the campus, Germany campus. Thank you very much, Dietmar.
You're welcome.
Thank you. شكرا مشاهدينا على المتابعة. كانت هذه جولة في الجناح الألماني، وهو في الحقيقة كامبس الألماني أو الجامعة الألمانية. ألتقيكم الأسبوع القادم لقاء عمل في جناح جديد، ولكن دائما في إكسبو دبي 2020. إلى اللقاء.
Wow.